Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here on the Countdown 2025. And today, let me introduce Andrea Fung, a former lawyer turned transformational coach and energy healer. With 6 years of experience in the legal sector, she understands the challenges faced by high achieving professionals. Now, as a certified NLP practitioner and, let me not ruin this word, Thetahealer, Andrea helps clients find fulfillment and purpose through her holistic approach. Welcome, Andrea, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Dominique. I am so excited to be part of this project. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions so that we get to know you better.
Yes.
Can you share a moment or experience that sparked your passion for what you do? How does this passion translate into the work you offer?
There are so many moments. There could be the moment, we could talk about the moment in 2022 when Theta Healing found me, or we could talk about the moment in 2023 when I held my first Lionsgate event. So I think let's do the most recent one. So in 2023, I was visiting Malaysia. I had this epic homecoming, right? And at this point, I had actually let go of my business in February that year. And that was a really, really painful process because, I realized I had such an unhealthy attachment to my business. It was actually quite parasitic, quite toxic. So I let it go, went back to Malaysia, had the most amazing time. And around that time, are you familiar with Lionsgate by any chance?
Yeah.
On 8th of August? Perfect.
Yeah.
So,
but you might want to talk a little bit about it. Maybe not everybody is.
Okay. So Lionsgate is basically this astrological event, during the time of the year dated on the 8th of August, where let's just say that the veil between the physical realm and the spiritual realm is kind of thinned, and there'll be a lot of galactic inflows of frequencies coming in through the light. We have the lion frequencies, we have the Syrian frequencies, and that is the time when I think, was it like the sun squares with Sirius and also with Orion and the star of Orion. And so it is this beautiful event where the energy is coming in. It's not just dense, but you feel a bit of that pressure every single year, depending on how sensitive you are. And so I've heard of this event, but I don't actually know what that is, because at that time I was still relatively new to energy work. And so I hear people talking about it, but it might as well be a group of physicians talking about the physics of how balls bounce. I have no idea what that is, you know what I mean? And so, but about a week or two before Lionsgate, I felt this nudge. It's just like, Andy, do Lionsgate. And I felt it so strongly in my body. And it defies all rationale or logical thinking, because I don't know what that is. So how can I hold an event not knowing what that is? But anyway, I spoke to my mentor. She's really galactic. We were doing something different at the time. And I said, I feel like I want to hold this event. I want to honor what my nudge is saying. And she said, yeah, hold it. These are like some of the resources. Go for it. And then just trust it, meditate. You know how to connect to your heart. You know how to connect to your guides. Trust the process and trust that the answers are going to come to you. So I meditated every single day, and within my heart space, I basically built the whole structure for Lionsgate. 10 people signed up for my first Lionsgate event.
Awesome.
that I have never held in my life, and I only found out what that was a week ago. so that sparked that. I think that propelled me forward, and that sparked me further into the work that I do when it comes to energy healing, releasing stagnant energy, and just helping people connect to their hearts, connect to their higher selves, because connecting to the inner wisdom is really where it's not just where it's at, even though that's what I'm saying, but it's really the key towards living that joyful, fulfilled life of adventure.
That sounds amazing. I would have liked to be there.
Yeah, come join the next one. Next time I have it, I'll let you know.
There you go. I like that. So what is one key transformation or benefit that someone can expect from engaging with your work, and how does this impact their life or goals?
Well, based on the clients that I've had, every client that I've had in the past, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether they're a corporate professional, all of them want to do is just, ultimately they can say that they have this issue, whether it's with their relationship or they feel like no one understands them. But ultimately at the end of it, they just want to be happy. And they want to be able to source that happiness from within. And then it's just a matter of digging deeper into what kind of beliefs that they have, whether consciously or subconsciously, and then looking into the source of where those beliefs come from, and then changing the perspective and changing the narrative around that belief, and therefore changing that belief in general. So it's about going in, looking for what the beliefs are, releasing those beliefs, releasing those programs that were probably imposed on us, from birth, from our family, from our culture, from our tradition, from the peers that we have. Just maybe when we were young, someone just decided to push us to the ground, and randomly when we were 3, and then we suddenly decided, oh yeah, I reject it. It could be just something as simple as that, right? And that's how beliefs are imposed on us from the time we're young. And so what I do with the work that I do is, the clients that I do and the transformation, is I go in there, I release those beliefs, and those beliefs are really dense. They're really heavy. And when you release those beliefs and install new beliefs that support following your joy, new beliefs that support having a life of adventure, new beliefs that show you that you are enough and you deserve everything that you want to have, that beautiful, loving relationship, that beautiful, amazing career, everything, being open, being connected to who you are, that it's unwavering, that helps you feel so happy, that helps you feel so light, that connects you to literally your natural state of being. And that's the effect of the work that I do. And that's why I love the work that I do, because everyone's so happy at the end of it.
Yeah, being happy is really a perk, right?
Yes. It's a natural state of being. It really should be the easiest thing, but somehow it isn't.
It shouldn't. Yeah, there's somewhere in our life we forgot that it has to remain easy, and we
Yes.
overcomplicate things for some reason.
I guess it's because if we feel that to achieve happiness is a struggle, and I would admit initially in some areas it can be a struggle, but it's not a struggle all the time. It doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah. Well, that's good that we have people like you to remind us.
Yes, coming into the year 2025.
There you go. So if you could leave the audience with one piece of advice or insight that you found to be transformative, what would it be and why?
Well, the most transformative thing for me, I would say, when I started on this journey of personal development and finding my higher purpose, was to allow myself to unapologetically follow my joy, and at the same time to remain detached to any particular outcome, and so basically to remain open and to allow every single step of the way to be an experience in itself. It doesn't have to lead to anything. It can just be an experience that allows you happiness. And through following every single breadcrumb, every single intuitive nudge, no matter how hard it is, because that is when the healing work comes, right? When you realize, oh, why is it so hard for me to do something that makes me happy? That's when you do the healing work. And if you allow yourself to keep doing that, and again, allow yourself to remain open, later down the line, it could be 6 months down the line, a year down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, you look back at the journey that you've had, and you'll see how all the dots that seemingly make no sense on its own in isolation connect, and you'll be given this masterpiece that is your life that you have achieved, that is the journey that you have. And it is through this journey, the medicine that you have stepped into, the medicine that you have acquired in this journey, that is what you will overflow in abundance to the world. And there is nothing quite like that. Truly nothing quite like that.
Well, it sounds like you've already answered my last questions, which was, what's the one action you encourage everyone to take to make 2025 their most empowered, aligned year yet?
Okay, so I know that I may have answered that, but maybe I'll give another. I'll go at it with another angle. I think the one piece of action that I would encourage everyone to make to make 2025 the most empowered, aligned year yet is to allow yourself the grace of healing. Because when you are stepping into your authentic self, when you are creating the life that you want, or so far that you think that you potentially want, because sometimes the universe has other plans, better plans, trust me. When you're doing that, there were going to be moments where it's going to require a lot of grit. It's going to require a lot more faith. It's going to require a lot more commitment. And instead of pushing and forcing, I would encourage you to just be still and give yourself grace to see what is stopping you. Is it your inner child, a wounded inner child? Maybe it's just requiring you to feel something and let it go. Maybe it's requiring you to dig a bit deeper to see what beliefs or what stagnant energy is holding you back. And all of that, it's not something you can push. It's not something you force. It's not something you hustle your way out of. It's something that you sit with yourself with grace and compassion and allow yourself to just let it go. And that is what I would highly encourage everyone to do to make 2025 the most empowered, aligned year yet. Allow it to be flowy. Allow it to be easeful, because it doesn't have to be chaotic. It doesn't have to be filled with force and push. It can be kind and compassionate. Yeah.
That sounds like a very good stepping into 2025. I want to thank you, Andrea, so much for being here, for bringing your wisdom to this countdown 2025. And I cannot wait for everybody that is listening today to go and taste your magic with your gift in the countdown. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Dominique.